Hello everyone, Carson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is March 26th, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Okay, first of all, I see these 9s points left, so that forces the digit 9 into one of these two cells in block 1. And then these 9s force the digit 9 into one of these two cells in block 6. These two 9s force the digit 9 into one of these two cells in block 5. And now you might see this kind of pattern in blocks 5 and 6, no matter if 9 goes like this or the other way round, all of these open cells in block 4, no matter what, we'll see the 9s from blocks 5 and 6. All of these open cells, no matter what, we'll see another 9. So that leaves just one open cell remaining that does not see 9. So in block 4, the digit 9 must go into this cell, because these cannot be 9s. Or, if you really didn't want to use this kind of pattern, you could have also looked at row 4 and said, this cell sees 9, this cell sees 9, and this cell sees 9. So this cell is the only available cell for 9 in row 4. Both ways work. You're going to end up with a 9 in this cell, no matter how you see it. Alright, so after I place this 9, the digit 9 in block 1 is now forced into this cell. These 9s point down and these 9s point left to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 7. So I think that's all I'm going to mark for 9s. Yeah, 9s basically just down to blocks 5 and 6. Alright. I also see that this 8 points right to force the digit 8 into this cell in block 2, and these 8 points right, this cell sees 8. So they go like this. In the meantime, I also see that these 7s force the digit 7 into this cell in block 3. What else? Okay, perhaps that's all I'm gonna mark for 7s. These two cells form a 5-6 pair, which means the other 3 open cells in this row form a 2-3-4 triple. This cell sees 2, so that means in row 3, the digit 2 is forced into one of these two cells, which are in block 3. And because the digit 2 is forced into one of these two cells, none of the other open cells in block 3 can contain a 2. And now, the 2s here and this 2 points left. This cell also sees another 2. So in block 1, the digit 2 is forced into this cell. Actually, after I place this 9, I could have also placed this 2 just by looking at these 2s. Okay, so I didn't have to look at this one. I could have just said this one points up and this one points left. So the 2 ends up here in block 1. These 2s force the digit 2 into this cell in block 4. These 8s points left to force the digit 8 into this cell in block 4. These 2 open cells remaining in block 4 form a 1-7 pair. Okay, now 1 and 7 in row 4, 1 and 7 in row 5, and 1 and 7 in column 6. They point into block 5, making these 2 cells in block 5 a 1-7 pair, because both 1 and 7 can only go into these 2 cells in block 5, so those two digits must go in these 2 cells, so they're reserved for 1 and 7, eliminating 9 from this cell, and forcing the 9 into this cell in block 5, and into this cell in block 6, so 9s are done. Alright, these 3 open cells in row 4 form a 2-5-6 triple. This cell sees the 2. Okay, these two point right. These two cells form a pair of 3 and 5 because of this row. Oh, these two cells form a 5-6 pair in column 5. Does that do anything? Yes, it does. In column 5, both of these two cells can only contain 5 or 6. So these two cells form a 5-6 pair. So that means the other 4 open cells are for 1, 3, 7, and 8. But this cell sees 1 and 7 from this pair and also the 8. So the only digit that this cell does not see is 3. So the digit 3 must go into this cell. Because, quick rundown again, the cell sees, actually, there's a 1-7 pair, so this cell sees 1 and 7, sees 2, 4, 5 and 6, 8 and 9. So the only digit that it can contain is 3. So the 3 goes here. Resolving this 3-5 pair. Okay, I'll just say this 5 points right. This 5 points right, so force the digit 5 into this cell in block 6, and this 5 also completes row 2 and, no, sorry, row 4. It completes row 4 and block 2. These 6s point down, the cell sees 6. So in block 8, the digit 6 is forced into the cell. This cell is a 4. The cell to complete the column is a 3. Okay, these 3 cells form a triple of 1, 7, and 8. These 2 cells form a 2-6 pair. Oh wait, this cell could not be a 4. These 3 open cells in row 2 are for 1, 5, and 6. This cell sees 1, this cell sees 5, this cell doesn't see any of them. These 6s point left, this cell sees 6. Okay, this cell right here, it sees 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So this cell can only contain either 1 or 8. Oh, and this cell Yeah, this cell sees 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So the only digits that this cell can contain is 1 or 8. So now in row 9, both of these two cells can only contain 1 or 8. Both of these two cells can only contain 1 or 8. So these two cells form a 1-8 pair, and 1 and 8 must go in these two cells in row 9. If not, then there would be empty cells remaining. So we don't want that. We have to fit both 1 and 8 into these two cells. So that means the other 3 open cells in this row form a 4, 5, 7 triple. These 3 cells form a 4, 5, 7 triple. This cell sees both 4 and 7, so this cell ends up being a 5, and the other 2 cells form a 4, 7 pair. These 5s point up, this cell sees 5, so in block 3, the digit 5 is forced into this cell, and it actually completes row 2. These 5s point down. The digit 5 in block 8 goes into one of these two cells. In column 8, 1, 2, and 3 are the digits that go into the open cells. Okay, now, this cell sees a 6, so 2 and 6 go like this in block 6. Okay, after I place this 2, the digit 2 in block 9 is forced into this cell. So these two cells for this column are for 3 and 8. Okay, now this cell sees 1. So this cell is supposed to be an 8. This is a 3, this is a 1. Up here is an 8. This is a 3 to finish off the column. These two cells are for 2 and 4, but this cell sees 2, so 2 and 4 like this. This is a 4 to finish off the row. This is a 1 because now it sees the 8. These 3 open cells in block 1 are for 1, 3, and 6, but this cell sees both 3 and 6, so this cell actually ends up being a 1, making this a 7, 1, and these 7s point down. This cell sees 7, so in block 7, the digit 7 is forced into this cell, making this a 4, and all of these 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 7. This is a 5 to finish off the column. The last 5 for this puzzle goes here. These two cells for this column are for 1 and 7, but sees 1. So 7, 1, 7. Alright, so this is definitely ending in any moment now. Okay, so I finished today's New York Times hard Sudoku in 13.5 minutes. So I would say this is a puzzle of just the right difficulty. I think if I were to not spot the key spots, spot the all the pairs and triples I needed really quickly, I may struggle for some time if I don't see them, but luckily I did, so actually took quite a short time to solve the puzzle. So first of all, the digit 9 in either block 4 or row 4, so this 9, the one I'm pointing at with my cursor right now, this 9, because of the 9s from blocks 5 and 6 or row 4, so this 9 ended up here, and later on, there was a 5-6 pair in column 5. There was a 5-6 pair in column 5, and also a 1-7 pair in either block 4 or block 5 that helped force the digit 3 into this cell in block 5, the one I'm pointing at right now, and later on there was a 1-8 pair in row 9. A 1-8 pair in row 9, which helps the ending, just to wrap up the puzzle. I think that 1-8 pair was key. So I feel like these are the most important spots for this puzzle. So let me know if you found them all, or you had different approaches of solving this puzzle. You're welcome to share in the comments, and yeah. Also, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I'll appreciate it. Today is March 26th, 2024. I'll see you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku Solve. Bye!